Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
It is
Welcome
good to be here.
You bet, Rabbi. And it's great to see you, Ron.
You too, guys. It's been, I feel like it's been a little bit of time. Not too much time, that is, but...
No, a whole week. So much has happened in a whole week. Yep.
I know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But we still have had a nicer sunny day. It's getting colder again, but that's all right. And the warmth of Shabbat will warm us all up again as we light our Shabbat candles. Mm-hmm. So do you want to do an introductory song first, Ron? Get us really warmed up for Shabbat.
I think we can do this. In light of all such things going on in the world, I think another song about peace today could be a good idea. So if you guys would sing Down by the Riverside with me, wherever you are at home, in your office, wherever you're listening to this, that'd be great. Here we go. I'm gonna lay down my sword and shield down by the riverside, down by the riverside. I said, down by the riverside. I'm gonna lay down my sword and shield down by the riverside, down by the riverside. Ain't gonna study war no more. 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 Oh, I'm gonna lay down my sword and shield down by the riverside, down by the riverside. Said down by the riverside. Gonna lay down my sword and shield down by the riverside, down by the riverside.
Beautiful way to welcome Shabbat.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. And let's start by lighting the candles. So I hope at home you're able to do this with us as we bring the light and the warmth of Shabbat into our very being. And we bring all that wonderful peace of Shabbat as we say the bracha, Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu, lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu, lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
That's great. So I think Rabbi is going to tell us about a holiday that I didn't know about, and I bet you and Ron and all the families may not know about. And this is a very special holiday in a month that usually doesn't have any holidays. So Rabbi, take it away.
All right. Well, I'm going to share a little bit about a holiday called Sigid, which is a holiday that is celebrated in the Ethiopian or the Beta Yisrael Jewish community, and tell you a little bit about the history of that. So I'm going to share my screen so you can see it. Hopefully you can all see that now. Can you see?
Yeah.
All right. We should be able to see it.
Gotcha.
So Sigid is a Jewish holiday that, as Arlene said, it's in the month of Cheshvan. Actually, we often talk about Cheshvan as being a holiday without a month without any holidays, but we now know that there is a holiday on the last day of the month of Cheshvan, on the 29th day. And this year, it actually begins on this coming Sunday night, November 15th. It's celebrated 50 years after Yom Kippur, and it serves today as a celebration of the arrival of the Beta Yisrael, the Ethiopian Jews in Israel. But before they came to Israel, Sigid was the time when they expressed their desire to someday go and live in Israel. Oops. So until modern times, Ethiopian Jews weren't connected to other Jewish communities around the world, and they celebrated Sigid as a way to come together and remember that dream of someday returning to the holy city of Jerusalem. And in Ethiopia, the Beta Yisrael would celebrate most of their holidays in their home or in their village. But Sigid was so important that it was a pilgrimage holiday, and they would travel from all over the region to celebrate together. And they would gather at the bottom of the highest mountain and say special prayers and prepare food to get ready for the feast to go there. And Sigid would begin when they would get to the bottom of the mountain and they would start climbing. Everybody would start climbing, even the children. And just as Moses went up Mount Sinai to directly receive the Ten Commandments, they climbed up together to celebrate their connection to a holy place. And here is a depiction of the community receiving the Ten Commandments at the top of the mountain. Now, in the Beti Yisrael community and in Ethiopian culture, people would have beautiful umbrellas, and those were especially important for important people, public officials and designated dignitaries, and it would make clear that those people were worthy of great respect. So their rabbis, who were called kesim, carried large colorful umbrellas to protect themselves and, most importantly, to protect the Torah as they would climb up the mountain. Today, it's very special for the community to be able to celebrate in Israel. And this is a picture that shows what looks like a lot of people seated on the wings of an eagle. In fact, when the Beta Yisrael community were able to come to Israel, it seemed to them like a dream that they were actually flying on an eagle's wings, because most of them had never been on an airplane before. And when they came, most people didn't know about this holiday or some of the other holidays, because as I had mentioned, this part of the Jewish community had been separated from the rest of the Jewish community for thousands of years. But in 2008, Sigid was known as a national holiday in Israel, and so everybody gets to celebrate it now. It's a little bit different today because now they're in Jerusalem, and so they gather together with all of the community. All the Jewish community comes to this promenade that faces Jerusalem, and they celebrate together. And as with everything, there's always a feast, right? When we have a celebration, we have lots of food that we share. And for the community, they have lots of different celebratory foods. And also gather together with people and do some singing and dancing and celebrating celebrating the holiday and celebrating the giving of the law at the top of the mountain. So that's a little bit about the holiday of Sigid. And I hope you enjoy learning about it, and we'll do something special to celebrate.
It's very cool.
That is a wonderful story, and it's so wonderful to know that the Ethiopian community has come and has found new life in Israel, and we are so enriched by that new holiday and the new foods and many of the new traditions that they have begun to share with us as one people. So that's lovely that you have taught us about that, Rabbi.
Yeah,
so we have a holiday coming up, and I just want to let everybody know, especially our junior grades, that to get ready, we can't have our Zimriya in person, but we need you to remember all your songs. So on your Sunday programs on December 6th and 13th, Ron will be joining our junior grade classes, and we'll be learning our songs, so that on Wednesday, December the 16th, when we do a community Hanukkah lighting, you'll be all prepared to hear our songs. And even though we may not be able to hear you, we'll see your mouths move, and the air will be filled with this beautiful Hanukkah music. So remember that on December 6th and 13th, we'll be going to have Ron join us in our music, with his music on those mornings. And then on December 16th, and you're getting more information about that, as a community, we will do candle lighting, and with some of our musicians and our rabbi, we will do our songs. So I think we're ready to leave. Are you ready to complete our song session and our Kabbalat Shabbat session, Ron, with which song?
Definitely. You know what? I was, after listening to Rabbi's lesson, it reminded me of the song, that old Pete Seeger song, not too old, Pete Seeger song, called If I Had a Hammer. It really talks about everyone getting together in a big community and despite all your differences, building up what you can of the land. So I was thinking we could end with that today. If I had a hammer, I'd hammer in the morning, I'd hammer in the evening, all over this land. I'd hammer out danger, I'd hammer out warning, I'd hammer out the love between the brothers and my sisters, all over this land. Ooh, if I had a bell, I'd ring it in the morning, I'd ring it in the evening, all over this land. I'd ring out the danger, I'd ring out the warning, I'd ring out the love between the brothers and my sisters, all over this land. If I had a song, I'd sing it in the morning or the afternoon, I'd sing it in the evening, all over this land. I'd sing out the danger, I'd ring out the warning, I'd sing out the love between the brothers and my sisters, all over this land. Well, see, all this stuff put together makes a pretty good community. If I had a hammer, and I've got a bell, and I've got a song to sing, all over this land, I'd hammer out justice. It's the hammered bell of freedom. It's a song about the love between my brothers and my sisters all over this land. Ooh, oh, ah, 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 oh.
Beautiful song. It reminds us of what it means to get together and to build and to create all together. That's what it means to be part of community.
Definitely.
Absolutely. And I wish everybody Shabbat Shalom. I look forward to seeing you, many of you, tomorrow morning in our religious school classes. And of course, I hope that some of your parents are going to stay on for the 8 o'clock adult service and hear what else the rabbi is going to teach us about. So Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Shabbat Shalom, Rabbi and Ron.
Shabbat Shalom. Good to see you all. Beit Sefer Solel.
Take care. Take care.